were thought to be caused in early times by archers sharpening their arrowheads and crossbow bolts. Hello people, welcome to Hutton Roberts in South Yorkshire and a beautiful hillside church of St John the Baptist. And this is a church that was built in 1100 AD in the time of the Normans. Hello darling, how are you?
All right, thank you.
So here in the porch there's a stone bench and there's 3 grooves. I don't know if you can see these. 1, 2, 3. And these were thought to be caused in early times by archers sharpening their arrowheads and crossbow bolts on the stone. Wow. I met a lovely old lady here. She was born across the road in Hutton Roberts. She was christened in this church. She was married in this church. And there's a lovely stained glass window up at the top end of the church. Over here we've got the organ. So through here is the font, which is a stone chalice which was filled with water, and that water was used to baptise. So a lovely lady that we just met who was born, baptised here. She was baptised in this font, and reading on some paperwork, it's saying that this here is now used as a cupboard in the wall, but it was known as the Devil's Door. And what was said was that when people were baptised, the devil would leave their body and they would leave the church, the building, through this door. Yeah, so that was known as the Devil's Door. And down here on the floor is the top of a coffin with a stone carved cross in it, and it's only quite small, and they say that this was the coffin of a small child. So here behind the candles we've got an ancient glass window, and it was restored by friends and parishioners in memory of the Reverend John Cordew, and he was rector here in Hutton Roberts for 14 years. He was born in 1802 and passed away in 1887. So here's a beautiful cross. And here at the altar, near the altar, where the priest will talk, there's a beautiful piece of embroidery of the Lamb of God with a George's cross. And that's a really, really beautiful piece of work. So this here, I've been told, with the old rubble in the wall, is the original building. So that is very old. And here we have the outside of what was the Devil's Door. Fascinating. So this is where the devil came out of the church after people were baptised. So yeah, so this is a very old building, but it has been added to over the years. And that's an old tombstone that's been raised off the floor and placed on the wall. And the date is gone. That's how old it is. So here's the outside of the church, and this is the stained glass window above the altar.